fabric. Shorty designer clothes, but she come from Hobo, man. This whole family full of bosses, but your Frisco dinner costs us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party. Whole city coming with us, but you ain't gotta hate, soldier. You can roll with us.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get it dog phone like Nick Nack, Patty Waxy. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing up. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on the racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benihana, now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was.
What's going on? What's going on? It's Buzy With B Monday.
Hi guys. What's up? What's up?
Vision Live. I'm joined right now by this beautiful queen, Mrs. Success Coach.
Hi guys.
So I'm gonna introduce you guys to her. I want her to I'm gonna tell you just from my perspective a little bit about her from my perspective, just as a younger sister, just to have someone to take me under the wings the way she has taken me under the wings. And you know, when God bless you, you know, it's just amazing. I've been asking him to bless me with people that I can surround myself with to help me get to the next level. And this is one of the sisters, and I mean, she's so genuine, so sweet. I want her to tell you about her business, but I've known, so a lot of, I'm gonna just tell you, some of the things she do for me on social media, a lot of that stuff you guys see in your inboxes, you might have got it today. It's all her. So just some of the things that she's doing to coach me up and bring me up to the next level, going into the new season. Before I let beautiful talk, Keisha, Mrs. Success Coach on IG. I want to shout out Love More brand. I love what you're doing. I got to shout out my sponsor. Great clothing line. Check them out. But now I'm going to let Keisha introduce herself.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me, B. I'm just excited to be here in, like you said, Washington, D.C. once again. I'm currently in Baltimore County, Maryland, where I offer, like you said, some coaching. Like you said, I do work with authors, writers, bloggers, podcasts, you name it. You know, my goal is to help each entrepreneur to, you know, build their brand, to promote their, you know, promote themselves, and to, you know, like you said, have that confidence that it takes to be an entrepreneur, to be able to help other, you know, authors and writers and, you know, business owners to push themselves out, to get that to that place where they can be independent, to be able to, you know, to be successful. That's, you know, where I came up with Mrs. Success Coach, like you said, working with, you know, youth people like over 18 years ago, you know, self-esteem, self-image. You know, I wanted the young people to feel good about themselves, to be able to encourage them and empower them, not just, you know, like you said, our young women, but our young men. And like you said, I, you know, started to you know, teach and that Succeed Anyway. Like you said, now available on Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. Like you said, I definitely will be gifting a book to you.
Do y'all hear that voice though? Hold on. So when I call her late at night, I'll be like, I could be all amped up. I'm like, it's so relaxing.
Yes, like you said, you know, I definitely am blessed to be able to have that type of, you know, just demeanor and presence. Like you said, I trust God in everything that I do. You know that, you know, I let people know that I am a Christian first and foremost. And my job, like you said, my purpose is to, you know, like you said, create an environment where people are comfortable, you know, where they're able to talk with me, you know, no filter, no bars. I meet them where they are, and to be able to, like you said, be that one, that support system, because a lot of people don't have that support system. Right. So that's how I started.
Oh, so look, anytime my family come in the building, y'all, it throws me off a little bit.
Wow.
So just my babies is here and Honey is here, so it kind of threw me off my game a little bit. But I'm back. I'm smiling. Aww. But oh, dang, I really forgot my next point.
It's okay. So you tell me, what is it like to work with me as a success coach?
Oh, yes. This is her segment. So it is about her. Thank you for willing me back in. So, no, having her as a success coach has just been great. Like going into, well, I'm going to talk about me a little bit.
Sure,
and some of the things
it's
that
your
she's
show.
helping me with. So,
keep it real.
Buzy With B is will be operating a nonprofit. It is called Busy Being Beautiful. And it's for young people. And basically, Busy Being Beautiful is going to be all about just, look, we too busy for the drama. We too busy to be out there in the streets hurting one another, doing things to one another. We too busy for that. So Buzy With B will be introducing a nonprofit, and in doing that, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So it was all so new to me.
Yes.
And one of the things that I'm able to get from Mrs. Success Coach is just some coaching, or just just the paperwork part of running a nonprofit. So I mean, just even with my writing and my posting, just some of the great things that she's bringing to my brand. I hope you guys can see the improvement. And one thing I wanted to mention also, that I am on the end of my first season here.
Congratulations.
With the Buzy With B show. And one of the things I just want to say is, anything that you feel like you want to do. I mean, I'm so grateful to Listen Vision, and just having a platform like this, and a place where you can go to kind of just show up and do one of the things that I love to do. Never did I think that it will blossom into this beautiful thing that it's becoming. But it's great. You know, I jumped out there a year ago, and then if you look at them first shows, I'm like, oh my God. You know, I've been through a few co-hosts, but just still standing. Busy With B and my brand. So I'm just loving where I'm going, guys. Next season, I'm looking to move to another time, guys.
Wow.
So
really?
I want to move a different time, a different day. It won't be later on the week. I'm trying to look at Tuesday, so I threw that out to the Listen Vision staff. So
give her your feedback, guys. Let her know.
Give me your feedback. But I know a lot of people saying you come on early. I'm not home, so I'm trying to fix that, along with some other things. But you got to be following me on YouTube, Facebook,
gotta follow
BuzyWithB.com to kind of keep up with me. Leave your emails and stuff, so you can keep up with some of the things that I will be attaching myself to in the community.
Awesome.
You see how she just
It's exciting, exactly. That's what I do. Like you said, on our calls, it's, like you said, great for me. I think I get a great joy to be able to, like you said, see you grow. I just met you. I haven't even known you a good 2 months yet.
It feels like forever, though.
I know, right?
Like, really, we met a while ago, really. And then you just kind of resurfaced.
I did.
And then the way it happened is,
God's timing is not mine.
It's all about timing. And it's really been a great feeling to have a spiritual sister that kind of is on the same wavelength as me, and older.
Exactly.
And
I'm not that old.
No, not that old. Not that old at all. But what I'm saying is someone that has been there and done that, and that you can just pull knowledge from.
I'm an old soul.
It's nothing like that.
Awesome.
And so I want to talk about my next guest that's coming up, guys. Paris, Livid brand.
Yes.
Can I see this? Can I see that? I'm sorry. There's no script here. But I want to talk about a black-owned entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurs rock.
Doing his thing, and his you can find him in 7-Elevens. We're gonna go all over this, but Livid Brand is coming across on the TV if you guys not watching, and you watching it on Facebook. But he's here in the studio. When I tell you guys, another brother that's just God first and then everything else. It just has such a story that you want to know more. We was on the phone, and I was just trying to do a pre-interview and getting a good feel of him. And I think we stayed on the phone for too long. I would say that we was on the phone for like 2 hours.
I could imagine.
So it's just like really when we connect. But I want you guys to meet him and learn about him. Did I miss anything?
No, ma'am.
All right. So guess what? We gonna come back, and when we come back, I'm gonna be joined by Paris Livid Brand.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get it dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing up. I was doing the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, yeah. Down, down, yeah.
Big Doja, nigga.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack.
You can go to Bliss, bet you see it with the baddies. Last night at the go-go, had her holding up the traffic. Shorty rock designer clothes, but she come from Hobo, man. This whole family full of bosses, but y'all Frisco dinner cost us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party, whole city coming with us. But you ain't gotta hate, soldier, you can roll with us.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benny on and now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was a roster. It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, yeah. Down, yeah.
Big Doja, nigga.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack.
You can go to Bliss, bet you see it with the baddies. Last night at the go-go, had her holding up the traffic. Shorty rock designer clothes, but she come from Hobo, man. This whole family full of bosses, but y'all Frisco dinner cost us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party, whole city coming with us. But you ain't gotta hate, soldier, you can roll with us.
It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benny on and now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was a roster. It's a nice day today, and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing out. I was through the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, yeah. Down, yeah.
Big Doja, nigga.
It's a
What's going on? And we are back. I am joined here by Paris, Love It Brand. I want him to tell you about himself.
All right.
Tell us about yourself.
All right, cool.
But hold up, listen. So tell us about yourself. I'm gonna say this. He invented Tell them about your
Vitality. So my name is Paris Prince. I was born and raised in Landover, Maryland, and I invented Vitality, organic energy
good.
tea. Yeah, some people call it the best tasting tea in the universe, but that's up to your own discretion. But I think it's awesome. Wink, wink.
It is.
No,
I like
it smells good.
Yes,
It tastes good.
exactly.
Yes.
All right.
It's real.
That's what we.
It almost tastes like your. I'm doing this live on air. I waited, especially until we came back. This is one of the things I did with the furlough cheesecakes. This is my first time tasting cheesecake, so that's what I like to do. Put it on the spot so I can be like, no, it's real good.
Thank you.
So while B's trying the tea and getting all energized, tell us a little bit about, like you said, just how you came up with the concept.
Tell us your story, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I've always liked organic. I've always liked healthy products, and I always read up on what was good for you, what wasn't good for you, and I always drunk tea, so I was brewing my own tea, and then I started feeling like, well, let me say this first. I'm a diabetic.
Okay.
So this product is inspired by someone that has diabetes that was looking into health things that can help that issue. So I found a bunch of different plants. One of them called Gymnema sylvestre that's meant to help with regulate blood sugar. So I looked into a lot of different things, and I found a tea that actually helped me.
Awesome.
So my next question was, well, could it be health products that'll help you with energy without all of the preservatives and different things that's in a lot of products that's on the market now? That was the birth of this idea. So this is about 2015.
Okay.
So I'm letting people know it's not overnight.
It's not an overnight process, so.
Not overnight. It took a long time.
So he started, and one thing about the Buzy With B show, and I actually saw him on the internet. So I mean, and when I saw him, I inboxed him. I ain't know him from a can of paint, but it was like he was in a 7-Eleven, black man with tea, and I was like, what is this? And I did a little research, and I inboxed him. It took him a while to get back with me, but the fact that he did is just awesome. But what this show is just about motivating and inspiring young people and other people, anybody, that no matter how old you are, no matter where you from, you can do great things. And so just seeing him out there hustling, he left out that his teas is in 7-Eleven.
I was gonna get to that.
I was going to say, tell this story.
Yeah. So from there, I created this product. It wasn't a product at the time; it was just tea. I never made this to sell. This was for me to drink. So I liked it. I said, well, let me let a few other people try it. So my coworkers drunk some of it, and they was like, yeah, this is pretty good. So then my business mind started clicking. I said, well, I started coming up with
He started selling it to his coworkers too.
I started coming up with
and they start ordering it
Right.
and just getting it by, like, they just wanted a lot of it. So go ahead and click.
So yeah, it clicked, and then so I always tell people when I tell this story, if somebody likes you, they'll get something from you once. Yes. If they like you. Your family will get something from you one time. If somebody comes and gets it from you again, you're on to something.
Right.
So when they started doing the repeat orders, I said, okay, now I may have something. Develop the slogan, don't diet,
please,
live it.
Yes, please get into your slogan, get into the name of your tea.
Yeah.
Because,
the
power of the tongue
I'm gonna
is
drop
just
a gem
everything.
today.
Go ahead, drop it.
This is something in personal conversations that I talk about. My company is Live It, all right? Represents life. Don't diet, live it is the slogan. Meaning basically, don't. What I'm trying to come across is live your life and don't get so focused on the small stuff. But in this slogan, there's a sun that has 7 rays on it. And I may have mentioned that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
So just like there's symbolism that people project in the brands that may be negative. Yeah. All right. So just know everything that you do in this life comes with a positive and a negative balance, and this is positive. And I'm trying to push that into the community. Positivity.
Correct. Oh, so dang, what was my name?
You feel the energy yet?
No, I don't feel the energy yet, but it's like I do want to keep drinking it.
Keep on drinking it.
And so it's really good. It almost tastes like, your grandmother will make it. Like it like one of the things that always concerned me. I'm trying to wash my hands when I talk. But one of the things that always concerned me is when when you start something at home and by the time it make it to the store, it lose that home feel of everything that you put in it. Tell me how that work.
Again, I think because I I was patient with the development of this brand. That I took a lot of precautions before I even started. And I don't think I'm at the end of it. I think once I go to the next level with this brand, my expiration date will be longer. But right now, it's a month. It's a month out because it's an organic product. It doesn't sit on the shelf alone, but it doesn't sit on the shelf alone anyway because people like it. They buy it.
They buy
keep
it.
it moving.
And so, what are some of your plans? Now, I want you to talk more about the struggle before you got to this point, because a lot of times now we just seeing the tea in the 7-Elevens. We see the happy part of it, and a lot of times when we going through it, it's hard to really. I can speak on that now because. I have this vision and this passion, but when God is about to break through in your life, He rattles up everything, and I really feel like of course, on the camera and stuff, you put it on, you put that smile on, but I'm in that, I'm in it right now. Everything is shaky, and I'm not afraid to share that, but. Inspire me right now. Help me get through what I'm going through because because I know God and I know where I'm going. I'm pushing because. The devil is a lie.
True that.
But I want people to know that it's a struggle. And when you close to your destiny, God rattles it up. I mean, the devil get busy.
You right.
Share that story.
And we going to be real. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to just, on a professional level, me trying to attempt to get this tea in the store was not overnight. It took me months of knocking on doors, beating the different paths. I came out of my trunk. I started selling this out of my trunk in July of 2018.
Okay.
December of 2018, I was in my first store. But in between that time, I was knocking on doors over and over and over again, trying to get somebody.
But name some doors you knocked on. Drop some.
Whole Foods, Mom's Market, these organic markets I was trying to get in. But they said, well, you too small and you're not big enough. They gave me a little different. I said, okay, I'm not going to take it as discouragement. But the last email that I typed back to one of the heads of Mom's Market was, I'll see you in a year. And that's December of 18. I said, I'll see you in 1 year. And here we are, and we're not done yet.
Right.
Yeah, so
tell them how you end up getting in 7-Eleven. Tell us that story. So, because you was knocking on doors. Doors have been closing because I already know you're going to be bigger. They going to be knocking on your door soon. Yeah. But I want you to tell that full picture.
Well, basically, my first store is in Waldorf, Maryland, 2170 Crane Highway. And I lived in that area, and I just kept going by there and saying, you going to let me in? I got this product. And the guy kept telling me, come back. I got to talk to this person. He didn't say no. This is what tipped me off to say, you got to keep going. He didn't say no. He said, this person isn't here. You got to come back. Mm-hmm. So I came in one day, and I gave him an incentive to put me on the shelf. I'm not going to get into details. Maybe when I write my book, I'll tell it.
Right.
But I gave him an incentive to put me on the shelf, and he said, well, can you come in Monday? When he told me that, off to the races.
Okay.
Off to the races.
So that was your first 7-Eleven?
Yes.
And how many are you in now?
We're 6 now.
Yeah, okay. I wish I had like some snaps or something. But what I'm saying is, he didn't stop at that first no.
And then let me say this too, though, because you said, does the sacrifices come? I talk about this all the time on my social media. So the book that helped me get into the mindset of what I'm doing is Think and Grow Rich. A lot of people heard of this book. It's by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. One of the things that I took from that book is we all want to be successful. We all want to be rich. Everybody wants to have the finer things in life. But here's the part of the book that inspired me. Okay, what are you willing to lose to get it? That's the part a lot of people don't want to answer that question because they don't want to lose anything.
No.
But what are you willing to sacrifice to obtain that goal? Now, I don't believe you should, do things that are harmful, but you're going to lose some sleep. Yes. You're going to lose some friends. You may lose some family trying to get to that next level of where you're going. Don't let anything distract you. Nothing. Always, when you wake up in the morning, have that mindset and have your goals set to say to yourself, I'm going to be successful today. And make small goals. A lot of people think, I'm going to, take over the world tomorrow. No, make up your bed.
One step at a time. Start changing your mind. About
First thing I do when I get up is I make up my bed, and by me accomplishing that task, now I'm ready for the world.
The small things.
Small things.
Okay. Anything I feel like I've been.
Actually, like you said, I have a person who just contacted me last week. I do coach her on some other things. She's actually writing her book as well. She actually had some idea of, patenting her own tea. And it was, not a coincidence, like you said, that, when B told me that you were going to be on the show, and I said, one of the questions what I wanted to have available for her is how hard is it to patent and trademark, your product? What are some tips that you can give her, as a person who's trying to, like you said, get, craft her product.
Right.
And, I pretty much said, well, hey, don't use anybody else's stuff. Without, you need to, definitely, make sure.
I mean, yeah. So I answer that question like this. When it comes to recipes, unless you're writing a recipe book, it's hard to patent a recipe.
Okay.
And this is something I'm still looking into as far as but here's how I deal with it. Okay. I call my product the best tasting tea in the universe. I let people try this. It tastes good. They like it. Okay. So I'm trying to build my brand to be associated with the color green.
Yes.
Associated with the slogan, don't diet, live it.
Yes.
And this taste.
Correct.
So if somebody put another slogan on this bottle, and I'll give you another example. If I gave you a Coca-Cola and a RC Cola bottle, you would know the difference.
You would know the difference.
You would say, no, that's Coke.
That's Coke.
So bigger than you trying to patent that particular recipe.
Let's push the brand.
Brand yourself.
Yes. Okay.
That's what my response.
Perfect.
And that's what I've heard. People will buy into what you're selling if they
Right.
love your story.
Absolutely.
They love your brand.
Absolutely.
And that was, I keep bringing up the Furlough Cheesecake Sisters with him because he's, kind of close in the family somewhat. But that was one of the things that I learned from them. People buy into that story.
Yes.
One of the things was they was furloughed from the government.
Right.
Okay.
Right. My story. I'm a diabetic. I had these health issues. I began messing around in the kitchen. I came up with this formula. My coworkers loved it, and on and on and on and on. It's a humble beginning. You know what I mean?
Yes. Let's get into the small you. The younger you. Because I want you, to tell your backstory and just get into like some of your motivations.
Okay.
How old are you, by the way?
38.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 38.
Okay. So you still young and getting it.
Relatively.
Let's talk about the young boy though.
Okay.
Just like
how we gonna be real, right?
Yeah, we gonna be real. That's the point.
As a young boy, I grew up in Landover, Maryland, city under siege. All kind of drama, crazy stuff going on, and that environment it does two things to people. Either you're gonna say I'm gonna run with the pack, or I want to avoid the pitfalls that I see. And that was my mindset. I want to kind of avoid these pitfalls that I see coming.
And you knew that early on.
Very early on. Because you see it. You see your uncles and aunts and drugs and death and all this stuff going on. So you say, I don't want to go that route.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you like? Did you didn't grow up saying, "Oh, I'm gonna invent tea"?
No, my mom. Okay,
No.
I was in elementary school. I give a lot of credit to my mother, Jane. If you're watching, a lot of credit to you because I remember she had a bag of, I think she may have bought a bag of candy or something, and I took a bag of Jolly Ranchers to school with me, and I was selling them 10 cents a piece. Like, this is an elementary school, so my mind was already clicking at that age with entrepreneurship.
Okay.
If that's what you asked.
And what age was that?
It was elementary school. I don't remember the exact
Elementary
age.
school.
Maybe 9 years old.
So you got it.
Yeah.
It's in you.
Yeah, it's in you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't feel bad. I had bubble yum.
Bubble yum?
I took it
You
out
was
of the
selling
pack.
it?
I was.
See what I'm saying? That's proof right there. Yeah, that's proof right there. And then my mom had me working I was shoveling snow and all that stuff as a kid.
So that ethic is in you.
Yeah.
It is.
From the beginning.
And I want to shout out Love More, my sponsors. I want to shout out Great Clothing Line. I just wanted to take that time and do that. I want to take a little small break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Stay today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack.
You can go to Bliss, bet you see it with the baddies. Last night at the go-go, had her holding up the traffic. Shorty rock designer clothes, but she come from Hobo Man. This whole family full of bosses, but Del Frisco dinner cost us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party. Whole city coming with us, but you ain't gotta hate, soldier. You can roll with us.
It's a nice day today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benny on and now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was a roster. It's a nice day today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, down, yeah, yeah, yeah. Down, down, yeah, yeah.
Big Doja, nigga.
It's a nice day today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack.
You can go to Bliss, bet you see it with the baddies. Last night at the go-go, had her holding up the traffic. Shorty rock designer clothes, but she come from Hobo Man. This whole family full of bosses, but Del Frisco dinner cost us. Yeah, she from uptown, so I called her at the Aqua. Tonight she tipping strippers, got the liquor in the system, and we just wanna party. Whole city coming with us, but you ain't gotta hate, soldier. You can roll with us.
It's a nice day today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Had a good day tonight, we eat steak and lobster. I just left Benny on and now I'm on the way to off. You know, as soon I hit my section, all the girls bringing bottles. And the blacks I be smoking, you gon' think I was a roster. It's a nice day today and I'm counting up big stacks. Get a dog phone like knick-knack, paddywhack. Like Beyonce, I like the way she bouncing now. I was to the money, I feel like I'm on a racetrack. Down, down, yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's going on? And we are back right here on the Buzy With B show. We needed to take a little breather, right? And so for those who keep up with the show, they know I like to put my guests on the spot, right? So I'm gonna call this the hot seat, right? I'm gonna put you in the hot seat because you know you're a black-owned business owner. You going places. We ain't talking about where you going and where you see yourself at, you know, in a year, or you know, because you got to set them timelines. But
true that.
Do you have a lady in your life?
I do. I'm married. Yes.
Oh,
I have a wife and children.
A wife and children. How many?
Yes. I got 4 kids.
4.
Yes.
Okay.
17, 11, 9, and 2. Yeah.
You said 7, 9.
17.
17.
Yeah, I got an almost adult.
Oh, okay. You won't be going to graduation next year.
Real
No,
soon.
that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that
Beautiful
was.
wife and children. Yes.
I wish he would have had a picture so I could put it on the screen.
See, my bad.
Cause on the show we like to talk about relationships and all that stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, where do you see yourself in a year? What's your brand?
In a year, I'll be a regional brand. I'll have at least 25 stores.
Okay. So He's speaking it into existence.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Must happen.
You have to. So, like you said, I think for I guess as an entrepreneur myself, like you said, you want to be, regional. I guess the same stores you will pitch to, or do you want to reach out?
Let me say this. Thank you to my partners at 7-Eleven.
Okay.
They've been awesome. For me, it's the most weird is not the right word, but it's strange how you build relationships with people.
Yes.
And it's sometimes in places that you never would think.
Correct.
The 7-Eleven was the last
agree.
on my list of stores that I planned for Liberty to be in.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And they were the first to let me in the door.
Wow. And that's
And it's been a great
That's
relationship.
awesome. Do you see yourself, like you said, I know there are, several, I guess, companies that have offered franchising, like you said, or, allow people to buy wholesale or bulk. Say, like, I know, I grew up in, small Mount Rainier, Maryland, not far from here. And there's a local health food store, Glut. Like, say they contacted you. I guess what would be, your, I guess, perspective on having like you said, a small health food company purchase some of your products?
It wouldn't be hard. They would just reach out to me, and we would decide, what makes sense, really, what amount they were looking for. Okay, so for anybody listening, any vendor listening.
Yes, anybody.
Talk about it. Any vendor listening.
Anybody listening.
You can replay this show. You go catch it on the BuzyWithB.com.
BuzyWithB.com.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Tune in.
Yes.
It's not hard to contact me. And one of my major requirements is that I'm allowed to promote my product at your establishment.
Yes.
That is one of the keys to how I'm successful. I don't want my product being in a store. Yeah, that's clout. That's fine. It's sitting on the shelf, but it's not moving. That doesn't mean no good.
Yes.
So that's really it.
But one day you're gonna be so big you can't just spread
can't be
yourself
everybody.
across the,
Yes.
But no, that's the
Wink,
grind.
wink, wink. We hiring.
Yeah, so like you said, you're the spokesperson.
LiveitBrands@gmail.com.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
we
that was
hiring.
my next question. Like you
Yeah.
said, for people who may like, oh my gosh, I want to try this. Like you said, will you, can you have, like you said, spokesperson say, hey, I want to, buy some of, like you said, contract with you.
Yeah.
To maybe set up at conferences and trade shows. Will you allow that?
Yeah, I'm open for
Busy with
all.
B.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Say, look, live it vitality.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I need a drop. I need a drop.
Give
need
it
a
to us.
drop.
Give it to us
Yeah.
one more time.
You are now watching the Buzy with B show with Vitala Herbal Tea.
I need that drop.
She
Exactly.
really got one of those.
Yeah, you got a radio voice. She definitely got a radio
Say,
voice.
buy it today.
Yes. All right. That's what I'm talking about.
I was like, did I get
See,
your
I'm
ass
contractor, Yeah, you did get my ass machine. And I just promoted it. And I was like, hi, this is Keisha, with Success Coach. And like you said, it's just about, like you said, promotion. It's about branding. And like you said, me being able, like I said, I work with artists. Shout out to All Things Pep and K-Stone for You. That's my husband. And like you said, they are, that type of group. They R&B. That, like you said, people don't listen to them as much anymore. But like you said, to be able to coach them, like you said, the same thing. Getting inside,
Yes.
branding and getting in their minds.
Yes.
We all are doing the same thing as entrepreneurs.
Yes.
But like you said, you are your own brand. Like you said, my question is, like you said, with being newly married, how does this particular brand in the process, how has that impacted your relationship at home with your family?
It can impact it in a lot of ways. It can be positive and negative.
Yes.
Positive because it's something that you can come together with your spouse, and then negative when you're talking about the sacrifices
Yes.
of time.
Yes.
And being away, it's a lot of things I gotta do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely.
So like you said, so because we keep it real, give us an example of where, like you said, you just wanted to be at a function or wanted to be somewhere, but business took priority, and how did you, like you said, cope with helping your family to understand? Like,
laughing 'cause I'm
look,
just like-
look, this is our bread. Like, this is our bread. This is my dream.
It's
Like you said,
real.
we have so many people. I mean, like you said, not, no shout outs to family, but it is real. Like you
Yeah.
said, this is stuff that we as entrepreneurs don't always talk about.
Yes.
And like you say, and
That's
I'll
the
talk
gritty
a
right
little
there.
bit about, like you say, with B, like, hey, how are you, that's one of my questions. Like, how are you dealing with
Yeah.
family when you're trying to run this business and build
Yeah.
your dream up?
Yes.
Your family may not support your dream.
Yeah,
So,
I just talked about that
how
today.
do you as, like you said, a black
Especially
man,
when you
been able
don't
to do
see
that?
the money right
Correct.
away.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
see
It's
the money.
hard.
and you're
Yes.
putting out all this money, and
Ooh.
it's affecting your family budget. How do you work? How do you work with that?
Well, two questions. That's two-sided. I'm gonna say the first. How does it affect me personally when I have things coming up? I had a family reunion recently, this past Saturday, and I'm like, man, I wanted to go so bad, but I had an in-store to do.
Yes.
You understand? So this is something that I've already contracted myself to
Yeah,
do.
you made a
So I committed. I have to do it,
Yes.
right? But that didn't make it no easier. So I'm calling people after the fact. Y'all still there? No, we gone. I'm like, oh man,
They
I
on
missed
Facebook,
it.
like, y'all missed it.
And I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. But it's like it's just hard. It's hard
It is, it
juggling
is.
all that
And
stuff.
I was supposed to be there. We made all these plans
Man.
that I was gonna be in the in-store.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
look, for real, that's my team that I'm building.
Yes.
But I had it was Honey birthday. How could I
See?
and
But I know. See, okay. So for me, I know this. Entrepreneurs have an understanding.
We do.
I can't. I know. I'm like, I know you're a busy lady. I'm a busy guy. I understand. I do. I get it.
It wasn't personal. I want you to talk about your upcoming event.
Okay.
And just drop some 7-Elevens where
Okay.
people can go and find your product.
Yep.
So do that first.
Okay.
And then tell us about what's coming up for you.
All right, perfect. So we will be doing an in-store this weekend at 20. What's my camera right here?
Yeah.
2170 Crane Highway, Waldorf, Maryland. Y'all come through. 10
Shout out to
a.m.
Southern Maryland.
Yeah, Southern Maryland in the building. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have free giveaways, cups, shirts.
Free giveaway.
Yes. And of course, sampling the best tasting tea in the universe.
Awesome.
That's this weekend. And let me plug my
And what
7-Eleven.
time? You never tell a time.
See, it was fast. 10 a.m.
10
to
a.m.
2 p.m.
10
p.m.
a.m. to 2.
This Saturday. Y'all be there or be square.
Okay. Okay.
The weather gonna be nice too. It's
gonna
no
be beautiful.
because we gonna get rained out the rest of the week based on the weather. But the weekend should be nice. So,
Absolutely.
grab your babies and
Definitely
hit it
gonna want some tea and then get you a free shirt and a cup.
up. Yeah, why not?
Awesome.
You
I'm
know?
gonna get my free shirt. I need an extra large,
on.
so I'm gonna pre-order
Huh?
mine now.
Come on. I have it.
Bring
for you.
everybody out.
I would- look.
I even go live.
All right, I'm gonna have it for you. All right, look. So 2170 Crane Highway. Told y'all that already. We got a second Waldorf store we just were partnering with. 309 East
Congratulations.
Smallwood
Awesome,
Drive. Thank you.
awesome.
We have 3218 Pennsylvania Avenue. All these are 7-Elevens. They say, well, you ain't tell them the store. 7-Elevens.
7-Eleven.
7206 Sheriff Road, Landover, Maryland. Landover.
All right, PG.
Yep, 3700 12th Street, Northeast DC, Catholic University, and 2028 Boones Lane, Forestville.
Wow.
Yeah, so y'all stop by and support
Stop by,
black
stop by.
business.
Please
And,
support. Please support.
Yeah, I mean that's
you know,
what's up. Now,
Exactly.
because we want to announce, this is the time to kind of brag on yourself, Miss
right.
Success Coach. Where can where can people find you that may need some help and some guidance?
People can find me on, like you said, IG, Facebook, Twitter. Like you said, I definitely, do, offer, some, like you said, some services. Like you said, my book, Succeed Anyway, is available on BarnesandNobles.com as well as Amazon. Like you said, I take personal calls, like you said, and I can always be reached on email at mrssuccesscoach@gmail.com.
So
Can I-
yeah, go ahead. No.
I just wanted, do you do speaking engagements?
I do. I'm a motivational speaker. I do a lot of ministry events as well as corporate events, All
right, I'm going to have to talk.
And I can also be a spokesperson. I got you.
Sorry about that.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what this is all about.
Got a network.
So it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay,
Tell
where
us
y'all can
about B.
find me. Okay, so again, I'm coming down on the end of my first season.
Yay.
So celebrate to
Congratulations.
that, and I shout out to Listen Vision. Shout out to Jeremy and Rahel. I mean, they've been with me from the beginning, and just like I'm just saying, if you have a dream and have a passion,
Yes.
I mean, just try something. You never know what it can develop into. I think the hardest thing is taking that first step. And that was the hardest thing for me. I think I had signed the contract. It probably took me like a month to get on air and just say the first word because
Wow.
God had already spoke it over
Yes,
me
he did.
months ago.
Yes. Yes.
And I was just so scared. And it was just like my other half at the time, he was like, you sure this is what you want to do? And I wasn't sure. You know, I had
Look
just
at you now. Look at you now.
found out I was pregnant with Bella it was just a lot going on at the time, guys, and I pushed through, and I will be ending next week. Is going to be more of like a celebration. It'll be like a party show, and I'm gonna have some of my good friends here in the studio. Maybe some past guests. Who knows what will happen when I do these unscripted?
Yes.
When I do these unscripted shows, but the studio will. Be lit next week, but again, Listen Vision just took me under their wings, and it's just been just go after, go get your blessing, because you just never know.
Yes, you never know.
Buzy With B is now the brand. It is the LLC, and Busy Being Beautiful will be the nonprofit, guys.
Yes,
and so I'm just fortunate to be able to walk in my vision and not even my vision, but the one God created, because I didn't even know that it even would have came to this, guys. And I'm just saying, take the first step of following your dreams.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say, I'm gonna say next Monday, because I'm gonna take a break to be with my family over the summer, try to find some things to do. So I won't say each and every Monday, because I always say each and every Monday right here on Listen Vision. You can find me, but I'm gonna take a break. But I'll be here next week for the party to celebrate my first year as living my dream, having this live internet show.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
But to keep up with me, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop working. It only gets real when you take a break. So to keep up with me, go to buzywithb.com and leave me your emails, and I'll send you your newsletters and all that good stuff, and you can keep up with your girl. So all hearts and minds are clear, like they say in church.
Did the church say amen?
Yes. So each and every Monday, right here on Listen Vision, you can find your girl Buzy With B, and I'm looking forward to next week's show. See you then. Peace.